Is it easier to finance a car or finance a motorcycle? If you have an exotic right now, a 488, 458, anything like that, sell it. SVJ, take your money. 740 used to be the prices of SVJs like 8-9 months ago. Now they're 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 million. Oh, who we have here? This is the man, the myth, the legend, Ima. This man is a multi-billionaire.
No.
He has a Pagani. He's got
nothing of that yet.
Yo, we're gonna look at this Porsche.
Eh?
Let's go to the dyno, yalla.
Yalla, it's like 15 minutes from here.
15?
Yeah.
Yalla.
No, give me 5. I'm at the auction buying.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's at the auction. What we buying today, bro? What we buying today? What we buying today? All right, what we buying today, guys? All right, so we are looking right now. We're looking at a Panigale V4 SP2.
Yeah.
32,000, 33,000. Baller, bro. You can show the screen. All right, show the screen. Here we go. Boom.
Boom.
Motorcycle auction here.
Right now, right now it's too expensive because we are in Dallas, so you know.
So you buy your cars out of Dallas as well, or motorcycles?
Motorcycles everywhere.
Guys, I remember again, if you look right here, this was Auto Cafe. Once was a place that I would shoot all my content. Now I sold it. Ima used to be in this little nice building right here. Took over all this. It's like Wall Street out here, guys. Look at this. Look outside. People are making money, selling motorcycles, mopeds, electric scooters, solar. This man Ima is doing big things, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, buying because you sold. How many you sell last month? Motorcycles, mopeds, everything. Like what in and outdoor?
It was like 800 and something.
800 units.
870.
800 units.
So you know.
So Ima, so for the people out here, man, if somebody's into motorcycles and they wanna open up a motorcycle dealership, what's some advice you give somebody?
Shoot us up and we help.
No, but I'm saying in general, what are some things that you look out for?
It's only you need to be consistent on it, you know.
Okay.
It's not easy, but if you are consistent on it and you are willing to, you know, help the people, it's gonna be easy.
How you help people with 30% interest loans, bro? Huh? How you do that, bro?
What?
30% interest loans, bro.
No,
Tell them.
not 30. No, I don't do 30.
Nah, but seriously,
we go from 8 to 25. It all depends on your credit. If you have 30, it's because you did everything wrong.
Now, so you've sold cars and motorcycles. Is it easier to finance a car or finance a motorcycle?
Way easier to finance a car. Way easier.
Why do you think it's harder to finance a motorcycle?
I think that motorcycle you can put it into your house and that's it. You know, so banks are taking a bigger risk.
Risk for sure.
Yeah.
Now, on average, what's the lowest credit score somebody can get approved for? Let's say like
550.
550, okay. And then for all the people out there that want to buy a motorcycle, tell them like where you are. Do you sell across the nation?
No. We send motorcycles everywhere, like all the way from Miami to whatever.
New York, California, everywhere.
Yeah, we got carriers, I got trucks, I got everything. So.
And what's your website?
Ridersmiami.com.
Ridersmiami.com. So if you are anywhere in America, he does international business well. He goes to Argentina a lot. He has a lot of good connections. So ridersmiami.com, if you're looking for a motorcycle, even a moped, anything like that, this man, if it's on 2 wheels, he's probably sell it to you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
he's a deal maker. So if you're ready to buy something, he's ready to sell something.
Exactly.
So, and you know he got good credit. Look at this. My man got the reserve for business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let me hold some money, Ima. Let me hold some money, Ima.
I need to take care of my credit.
All right, so in general, let's say like a regular like motorcycle dealership, what's the average a year somebody is willing to, like, if you're the owner, could they make, like, on average? Because the margins are different, because in cars, we shoot for like...
Margins are different, yeah. The good thing on motorcycle dealership, what I see is that it's not as thrill, you know, as car dealership. Car dealership, you go everywhere there is a car dealership.
100%, yep.
2 blocks, every 2 blocks you can find a car dealership.
For sure, absolutely.
So motorcycles, I think that it's a little bit harder because you need to know a little bit more.
Absolutely.
It's all depends on what you want to do, because
Sure.
if you want to build a company, it's different than if you want to put a warehouse on wherever, Hialeah, Hollywood, and sell motorcycles.
Sell motorcycles,
you know,
for sure,
It's 2 different things. It's not the same thing to build a company than to sell motorcycles, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that there's not a lot of competition in the motorcycle dealership space because it's like there's not as many.
Yeah, not right now. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's not as many as car dealership. Car dealership in Florida, you know, it's super easy to
Absolutely.
get a license. So
for sure. So what separates you from other like motorcycle places? Like,
I mean, the company have been open since 2011, so it's already a established company.
Sure, yeah.
You know, it's different.
And you build reputation,
We
and
got,
you have.
yeah, we build reputation. We have warranty on whatever we sell. You know, we
You have
give
good banks
90,
as well.
90 days warranty. So I try to buy as nice as I can. You know,
Sure.
whatever I find as a deal, and we always try to be in the lowest prices.
For sure, the best market price is what you want to shoot for.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So as low as we can, we post them and we sell it, but we sell it fast. You know?
No, I see. Listen, guys, remember I told you I saw him where he started and where he is now. I mean, look, beautiful office here. He's killing it. He's buying like 50 motorcycles right now in front of me. So yeah. So
I mean, as much as much inventory as we can have is as much sales we can make.
Absolutely. So
you know,
you got to prepare for the success. If you only have a little, you sell a little. But if you have a lot, you have more options for people. I agree with you. Yeah.
To people. So
and not even that, man. You got a great team.
You know, we have thanks God a great team now.
Yeah, so. I mean, you take care of your people, they take care of you, and you have to have a system and process to where you're incentivizing them to sell. You know, if they're making $50 off a motorcycle, they're not going to sell for him. But IMA allows their salespeople to make money. If they make money for him, he spreads that money down. It trickle down. That's the real Reaganomics,
exactly.
Real trickle down economics. Now he has a 296 Ferrari GTB.
I just bought it. So
he just bought it. How do you feel about it? Do you like it?
You know, it's hybrid. I'm kind of like it right now, but I'm gonna wheel, suspension, exhaust, tune everything.
But people hate the Ferrari hybrid system now, man. So after you driving it for a while, how have you felt about it?
It's a different thing than the GT3 RS. The GT3 RS is a more focused track car.
For sure, 100%, yeah.
And the Ferrari is nice. I mean, it has a nice drive.
Do you like the power? Does it feel good?
It feels different.
Bueno,
it's not a daily drive, you know. You can daily drive.
You can daily drive the RS. Yes, you can, bro.
This is so hard.
One thing that's crazy is the new GT3 RSs, like the sticker on it is like a 270, 280. They're going for like 350.
320 is with Waysag and everything.
Yeah, okay, so 320 with Waysag package right now, but even I've seen some, let's look at it. We've seen some with like 30,000 miles going for 370. The car market is absolutely insane right now.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
No.
Who's gonna buy a GT3 RS with 20,000 miles
for? You know what? You put the car for sale, you get it sold in.
It's crazy. So if you have an exotic right now, a 488, 458, anything like that, sell it. SVJ, take your money.
But I think SVJ is crazy right now.
Nah, bro, $1.8 million for SVJ is stupid, man. Come on, man.
But I think that the GT3 RS is gonna go crazy whenever they announce the new GT3 RS.
They say that, man, but then a lot of times car manufacturers will really let customers hold the bag because they'll be like, this is the last, generation of the all-motor, naturally aspirated, blah, blah, and then after everybody gets so upset about it, they're like, all right, we're going to bring it back. So now everybody that bought at peak, now they're holding it back because of depreciation, because the new models are coming out with the same motor and everything. Ram's done it. The Hellcat's done that. Ferrari's done. Everybody's doing it and is going to do it. So be careful.
So 992.
Look, this is crazy, guys. I'm sorry.
580.
580. Hold on. But look, how many miles on it?
No, but this is, I think that is Manti.
Dude, this one has 11,000 miles going for $420,000. Again, guys, the sticker on this is between 280 and 320.
This car probably is Waysag, so 320.
But like 6 months ago.
480.
6 months ago, this wasn't at 480, bro. 6 months ago,
380.
380. I know.
Yeah.
So, the new GT3 RS is crazy. The car market is absolutely crazy.
Let's see the cheapest one. The cheapest one in the market, 420.
Cheapest one in the market right now
420.
for a 2025 911 GT3 RS.
11,000 miles.
11,000 miles for 420. Guys, I don't think I can't express to you how crazy that is.
740.
Oh, but that's because that's a rare, carbon fiber,
yeah,
everything. Yeah. That's not I forgot what kit that is. That's a Manti kit. Yeah, Manti kit on it. It's a beautiful spec, but it's not worth 720. 740 used to be the prices of SVJs like 8-9 months ago. Now they're 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 mil. I'm not a hater. Of course, I don't have that money. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna flex like I do. But still, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, don't buy the hype. Just relax. He bought his at a good price. He bought his for $650,000. What? The GT3 RS. Didn't you say you bought it for $650?
$650.
Dale, papa, let's go. How many salespeople you have right now?
Like 40.
40? 40 sales guys and women. Who sells
now
better?
it's Argentinian,
But who sells better, men or women?
I would say women.
Men?
No, women.
Women, why do you think they sell better on motorcycles?
They're more, well, no, it depends, you know? It depends on what motorcycle, because if they need to know about the motorcycle, it's better to...
You hear that, guys? Women sell better than men. What's crazy is me and Ima both have a Porsche as a daily. He has a Porsche Cayenne Turbo or GTS?
No, turbo.
So he has the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and I have the Panamera Turbo, but mine has way more miles and it's older. Look, same chalk gray. You see that's his right there. Boom, chalk gray, chalk gray. But I have 130,000 miles on mine, and yeah, don't yell at me, bro. It's dirty, all right? All right, Jasmine, you want to get in the back? Dale, bro. Let's go see this. So, how much did you buy your GT3 RS for?
I paid 400 like 3 months ago.
But it's a beautiful car, man.
I love it.
So, what do you expect what do you expect power wise out of the? What do you expect power wise out of the? I got you, bro. I got you, brother. I got you. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry.
I don't expect like a big difference with the tune, because you know it's not an aspirated car, so doesn't gonna make a big difference, but you know.
Maybe throttle response, you know, shifting points, I guess.
I think that it did a 563 horsepower.
What does factory say that
520?
it's 520? So it's actually, okay, and that's not bad.
40.
That's actually almost 10% power increase. So
No,
you want the pops and bangs on the exhaust?
I have the flames, I have everything. I just need to fill it up with E85, you know?
And I love
See
I love Miami. The Miami has plenty of E85 stations around here. Oh, we got floor plan here. What's up, Greg?
They sent you a DocuSign for the entity change, right?
No, they did not. The only thing I got from a DocuSign for entity change was just a reminder about what I need to send. The dealer license update from Atlanta Auto House. I screenshotted it and said I got your email, and I'm sending what I have right now.
You don't have the paper on it, right?
No, I sent you the paper. Remember, I emailed it and I sent it for the bank. By the way, you're being recorded, bro. All right, so don't say nothing crazy. You're on YouTube right now.
What? That is 100% fine.
Guys, this is Greg. If you're ever looking for a floor plan, contact Greg Husky at Kinetic.
Do not.
He gave us $20 million. All I needed was 3 bank statements and a 550 credit score. And this man, see, look, he's trying to make it happen. You see the silence? He's like, damn, Yusuf, I told you not to tell nobody.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't even money in the bank account, and it all worked out.
Look at that, bro. All right, so that was the receipt that I got from when I went to Secretary of State that finalized the name change of an amendment from Legacy Motorcar GA2 and then Atlanta Auto House LLC.
Okie dokie.
So I know you sent the titles for those other cars, and then am I good to send the information for the 2022 Mercedes E350, the GLE 53 AMG, the Aston Martin Vantage, and then the BMW X6M?
Yeah, that's what I meant by sending me the doc.
I got you. Okay. So, but do you want me to call Ron and ask him what's going on with the entity change and all this for the plaid for the new bank account?
No, I mean, I can't do anything. I sent everything into our lending team for them to update the name on it and put the. When you sent me the bank information on Wednesday, I sent it over. They said we can't change the bank information until we have the dealer license. I went through. I missed that email apparently Wednesday afternoon. But like, we can't change this because we don't have this contracted on file. So we need the new dealer license. So I just sent them your article saying here it is. And then if they push back, I'm just waiting on see what they can do.
I got you.
And if I have to get to Will to say, hey, worst case scenario, I'm going to just tell them to put the money in your unapplied funds.
Okay.
Until they have the new bank account on file, and then we can release the money to the unapplied funds. Because if not, it's going to go into the auto cafe. It would go into the auto cafe.
I mean, that bank account's still open. So if you guys want to put in the auto cafe, I really don't care. So that account.
God only knows how negative it is.
It's negative $12, bro. $12.
All right. Well, it sounds like you should put $13 in it.
I will.
Maybe one of your YouTube subscribers can wire you the money, or Venmo you, or Zelle.
No, the Cash App, right? And then the Cash App is Cash App is going to be for Greg Husky Muskie _ what was it? Hot Daddy or something, right?
No, Fat Daddy.
Fat Daddy, that's what it was, Fat Daddy. So if you guys are feeling generous, send him some money. And if you want to do an application for Kinetic, hey, before you get off the phone, Greg, 3 tips for dealers that are watching this give them 3 tips right now to that way they don't go under on the floor plan. Like, what are 3 things to look out for, or things you recommend when getting a floor plan, or if you have a floor plan currently?
3 tips. I would say first tip, make sure that you are set up for financing so you never lose a customer from subprime to prime. Second tip, own 30% of your inventory so you always have access to cash that you can floor if need be. And 2, if you're ever going to load up your line of credit, remember that all your payments will come due at the same time, so space out your purchases.
Thank you very much, Greg. And what are some advice for me, Yusuf? You know what I'm saying? What's your advice for me, bro?
I got no advice for you, because, I mean, the number one advice to dealers that are just getting started is communicate with your rep. If something goes wrong, he's the first person that should know, because he's the only person that's going to go to bat for you, and they will shut you down. Not your rep, but risk and everybody else. So at least if we're ahead of things, we can get around them. So, but no, you do everything you guys are doing and you've done is, for you, it's more or less just the stay structured and stay in one place and don't let outside noise interrupt you.
Interaction. Whoa, hey. This ain't OnlyFans, my brother, all right?
Well, I mean, if I'm still being recorded?
No.
I was gonna say I know you haven't had one of those in a long time, so.
Damn. No, I have them. I can't do anything with it right now. My wife is pregnant, bro, or postpartum, bro. And Greg, listen, he's 22 years old, right? But he's lived 38 years, guys. It's crazy. Anyway,
What?
Yeah. You said you're 22, aren't you? But you look like a 38-year-old. Yeah.
I'm 45, homie.
All right, 45. I'm sorry, Greg. Anyways, if you guys do sign up with Kinetic, you're gonna meet this 7'9" behemoth. He's gonna come and intimidate the fuck out of you. But I promise
Good
you,
Lord.
he's a nice man, and I will tell you something. Greg is tired of me because I literally I talk about communication. He says I don't communicate, but I'll call him, text him, email him all the time. And that's why we have a good relationship.
You over communicate. I talk to you more than I talk to my wife.
Hey man, what do you want me to do, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure we don't do anything wrong.
Hey.
Anyways,
time to cut the cord.
I'm gonna send you these titles for all these cars. I'm running out of cash. You know what I'm saying? I need that 150 ASAP, bro. Dinero.
I just gotta figure out a way to get it to you. We gotta get these bank accounts set up.
All right, bro. Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right, bye. Anyways, guys, so I just spoke to my rep, Greg. We have a line with him on the new Atlanta Auto House. We have about almost $4 million. So with Greg, what he does is he's basically the intermediary between, the floor plan, the bank, whatever company he works for, whether it be Next Gear, whatever, that's what a rep is. And he is batting for the consumer, the customer, the dealer. All the line because they don't bat for you. They just want you to make sure you don't default on your curtailment, so that way they don't lose out on the money, because when they lose out on the money, they repo your vehicles as a dealer. They have to, obviously put that under performance, and doesn't look good for them. But Greg is a cool dude. But so if you're a dealer starting out, make sure that, again, you have enough working capital. I say 30%. What he means, if you are getting $1 million loan or $1 million line of credit, have at least $200,000 to $300,000 in the bank at all times, because things can happen. The car market shifts, etc. Or you could be like Ima. Ima got like $5 million in the bank cash. You know what I'm saying? He just buys Ferraris and Lambos and all this other stuff. He's laughing because he's, yeah. Anyways, I mean, what we bidding on over there, bro?
Huh?
What we bidding on?
Something nice.
That's a nice one, bro. 5,500. You can sell that.
Shit.
Carvana buys motorcycles?
No, that's another. You can put whatever name you want.
Nah, bro, that's a Carvana.
Nah, yeah, but you can put whatever.
So
name.
Carvana doesn't sell motorcycles?
No.
That's hilarious. So you can put whatever name you want on there? That's funny as hell.
My name. I changed my name too.
What'd you put your name on there as?
I cannot say.
I cannot.
I'm in the smokes,